G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of my FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode series. My name is Caleb, otherwise known as the Critic Kebab, and I have just finished watching the Premier League match between Chelsea and Wolverhampton, and it was another day at the office and a very cruisy win for the Blues. The exact result I was expecting against a very demoralised, uncertain, and quite honestly, awful Wolves side. We have lots to talk about in this episode. I of course want to explore more of my thoughts on that Wolves game, and we will be talking about that during the Premier League game that we have here against Crystal Palace. We of course are almost close to being caught up to where we are in real life. And there's another topic that I want to discuss with you guys, and it's in relation to the transfers. So this will be a realistic career mode. I'm just reminding you guys, I will not be making any signings unless Graham Potter and the Chelsea board decide to make some in the January transfer window. However, I want to pose the question to you guys. Who do you think Chelsea should be going after as our transfer targets? Is there a specific player? Is there a specific position that you think needs addressing immediately? Are there some players that you think should be leaving the club that we should be trying to move on? Now, let's go into the transfer hub here because I've shortlisted some players for the sake of conversation. I'm not going to be going after these players specifically in this career mode unless I have to, based off what happens in real life. So let's go in this order here. Of course, Declan Rice, he's one of those players that I feel like has always been a very loose rumor and a loose connection of him joining the Chelsea Blues again. So for those who don't know, he obviously came through the Chelsea Youth Academy and then was let go, and then eventually made his way to West Ham, where he has kind of showed off his true ability and his leadership qualities and how solid of a holding central midfielder he is. So I think he would be a good replacement for someone maybe like Kante, or maybe even someone like Jorginho, who kind of sits a little bit deeper, kind of in that holding position that can play a deep, lying playmaker type role. I think Declan Rice is someone that we could potentially be going after. And I think if we do end up going in that direction, it'll cost us a shitload of money, because West Ham will not let him go for cheap unless he decides to run out his contract. But I don't know if he'll do that. But regardless, I would like to see Declan Rice rejoin Chelsea in the senior team. Let me know what you think. Do you think he is a possibility coming back to Stamford Bridge? Now, another rumor that I have seen some legitimate journalism being done with is obviously Jude Bellingham. This is a young superstar coming out of the England national team, and he has kind of caught the whole world by storm because he's 19 years old. He's creating so much flair in the Dortmund team. He was just captain for them, in the Champions League the other day, so he is definitely someone to keep your eye out for. I honestly don't think he will join Chelsea. I think there's so many other teams that have their eye on him that I think it's more likely that he would go to, like a Liverpool or a Man City or even a Real Madrid. So I would love to see him at Chelsea, but I'm not sure if he's quite the right fit. Potentially, but he is definitely someone that I've seen kind of circulating in the transfer speculation with regards to Chelsea. Now, I've got Trossard here, and this is not someone that I think Chelsea will go after, but I've shortlisted him here for the specific sake of bringing this part of the conversation up. Do you guys think that because Graham Potter has transferred from Brighton to Chelsea, that he might actually bring some of the players that he had over there back over to Chelsea? Obviously, Mark Cucurella was someone that he kind of helped refine into the player that he is today. And then he obviously left Brighton to go to Chelsea. But now Graham Potter has been reunited with him. So my question is, do you think that Graham Potter will have someone like a Trossard, like a McAllister, who he may see as someone, hey, let's bring them over to Chelsea and utilize them because I can trust them, because I know of their abilities, and I have a sort of innate feeling that they can do a job for me here at Chelsea. So Trossard, I know that he's in fantastic form, as are Brighton in real life. He just scored a hat-trick against Liverpool. So fair play to him. He's done so well. But McAllister is also a really good player. I think he's 23 years old, showing a lot of potential. Again, not sure if he's a player that would necessarily fit into Chelsea's playstyle, but I'm just bringing that up as part of the conversation as to get your guys' thoughts. Do you think any Brighton players will make the jump across to the Chelsea Blues? Now, this is someone that I've heard you guys talk about in the comments. I've seen the reports online. I know Fabrizio Romano has been, tweeting about this guy. Christopher and Nkunku, I think is how you say it. Now, this is someone I'm not super familiar with. Obviously, playing in the German league, that's a league that I'm not as familiar with like I am with the Premier League, but I'm liking the look of this guy from what I've seen of his highlights and stuff on YouTube. This guy is interesting. There's something about him that I think if he does join Stamford Bridge, it could potentially work as an option up top for us. Obviously, it says here that he's a centre forward cam striker, so he definitely is sort of a central attacking player if Graham Potter decides to pull the trigger and bring him to Stamford Bridge, like the reports have been suggesting. Then maybe he's an alternative option to Aubameyang, who's our, I guess, current up-top option. But time will tell whether this is an option that ends up coming to fruition. And then the other player that I've seen speculated in the transfer rumours has been Rafael Leao of Milan. Now, this is a player that we obviously just saw in action against Chelsea recently at Stamford Bridge, and in a couple of days we will be seeing him in action again at the San Siro when we play them again. Now, Rafael Leao, I am again intrigued to see him sort of develop as a player. He is 23, so he's still quite young, but he is showing a lot of potential. And what I've seen kind of circulating in the news has been a potential swap deal for Christian Pulisic for Rafael Leao, because they are kind of players that, play in the same position. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I don't really know enough about him as well, similar to Christopher and Nkunku. These guys are both players that I see potential in, but don't know enough about them to make an informed opinion on, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, again, I definitely see the potential in these guys, but I'm not sure if they're like home run signings for the Blues. Unlike someone like Declan Rice, who is Premier League proven, if you know what I mean. But those are the players that I've got here as potential signings for the Chelsea Blues. Let me know if there's anyone else that you would like to see join Chelsea. Is there someone that you think that is a definite signing? Is it one of these players or is it someone else? Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But there's also one other player that I want to pose the question to you guys, and that is this man, Cristiano Ronaldo. If you couldn't already tell, guys, I am a huge fan of CR7. I think he is one of the best players to ever grace a football field, and his current situation at Manchester United is honestly it's revolting to me. It just breaks my heart to see everything that's happening to him and that club at the moment, because he is such a quality player. Last season when Manchester United played so awfully, he still scored 25 goals for them. And now that Eric Ten Hag has come in and kind of benched him consistently, it really does break my heart to see him not being able to continue to light up Old Trafford and bring joy to not only Manchester United fans, but to many other fans around the world. And the reason I bring him up now was because Todd Boehly and Chelsea were interested in signing Cristiano Ronaldo. And then Thomas Tuchel kind of looked at it and was like, I'm not super sure on this one, and decided against it. Maybe against Todd Boehly's wishes. I do have the feeling that Todd Boehly coming in as the new owner would have loved to have made a superstar signing, that being Cristiano Ronaldo. But things did not unfold that way, and Tuchel got his wish of signing Aubameyang instead. And we all know how that turned out with regards to Tuchel and his presence at the club. But yes, Cristiano Ronaldo, does he leave in January? Does he stay? Does he see out his contract? Again, this is another topic that I want to bring up to you guys. I'm posing it to you now. Cristiano Ronaldo, what happens to him? Does he stay? Does he go? Is Chelsea a potential destination for him? Alright, that's enough of me rambling. Let's actually get into some gameplay and start talking about that Chelsea Wolves game that just transpired in the English Premier League. That Wolves game, honestly, I feel so sorry for Wolves because they came to Stamford Bridge and were really fighting an uphill battle. You know, they just sacked their manager, and Chelsea played the exact type of game I expected from them. You know, they dominated possession, had the majority of attacking opportunities, and Wolves were just absolutely awful. Like, in that first half, they were like relegation level bad. That's how poorly they performed today. And Chelsea, they got the job done. You know, it was one of those situations I felt like as soon as the first one went in, Wolves were going to have to change up their tactics and be a bit more attacking, which would have created more space and more opportunities for the second and inevitably the third goal to go in. So it was the exact result I was expecting. But honestly, still you need the players to step up and get the job done, because it was kind of a second-tier team that was put out by Graham Potter today. Oh, Kai Havertz is in! Oh, gets the first shot of the game, but it is blocked away by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. Whip this in, Reece. Oh, well, that didn't come to anything, even though it did come to Mason Mount's head. Let's get it back out to James, who can maybe find Havertz, but the cross did not go anywhere near where I wanted it to go. Zaha. Always a dangerous player. Mendy. Oh, you're supposed to clean that up. What are you doing? Oh, he's just given away a cheap corner there. I brought him out because I was like, he's easily going to get this. Oh, thankfully, he easily picks that one up. Speaking of goalkeepers, Kepa has been picked by Graham Potter 4 games in a row. How crazy is that? I was going to talk about it in the last episode, but I was like, I wanted to see who he ended up picking for the Wolves game as well. And he's picked him for the Milan fixture, he picked him for the Crystal Palace and for the Wolves games. Like I said, like at the beginning of this career mode, like new manager breathes the opportunity to impress, and if you perform well, oh surely, oh such a weak header. When you have fresh eyes looking at you, it gives you the opportunity to break yourself back into the first team. And Kepa has come through and just looked really, really solid as the number 1 goalkeeper. So I'm not sure if this is going to be like a permanent option or if it's going to be like a meritocracy type thing where Potter just picks whoever is performing. But Mendy, what was a clear first choice goalkeeper under Tuchel and under Lampard as well, things might be changing at the back now that Graham Potter is at the helm. So I thought that was extremely interesting. So I can't wait to see how that situation develops. Because Mendy sitting on the bench, I can't think that he'd be too happy about that at all. As the game just glitches out in a very interesting way. But what I'm more interested about is how the hell this ended up in the back of the net. Because every time a corner happens in this game, I feel like there's a possibility that it might fly in, especially when it's the AI. But this just looked like, oh, look, credit where credit is due. That's a fantastic header, but Mendy, I feel like you got to do better. Oh, no way. Just over his fingertips as well. Alright, well now that we're losing, I feel like I have to put my try-hard panties on and actually get a result from this game.
Well, as you can see, Palace are struggling to control possession, but their speed of attack...
Oh, Crystal Palace again. Getting another attacking opportunity. Haven't quite been able to unlock the attacking third for us yet. Crystal Palace are doing a fantastic job of keeping it under control. Feel like as soon as I get past that first line, gives me the opportunity to do something like that. And Kovacic gets the leveler. And the number 8 has made Stamford Bridge erupt into satisfaction. And he slides on his knees in the Stamford Bridge rain. Very, very happy that we've been able to recover this result, because going down early never sits well with me. But it's exactly like I said, as soon as you unlock that midfield area of the field, just allows you to make an easy pass in behind, and our players that run in through those areas do a fantastic job. And on that occasion, it was our central midfielder, Kovacic. So fantastic. We're up. Well, no, we're not up, but it is 1-1 now. Oh, no. Oh, he's offside. I was going to say, geez, it could have become 2-1 in Crystal Palace's favour in the blink of an eye, just like that. But thankfully, that run is offside. So hopefully we can get into this halftime break with this score intact. But if we can maybe even get a goal, terrible touch by James. All right, halftime 1-1 I think will be a decent result for the time being. Good pass out there to Sterling. Can we get someone at the back stick maybe? Mason Mount not in the right position to be putting that header into the goal. Oh, Reece James again. Let's go. Kai Havertz has just put in the goal that has made us the leaders of this fixture. Well, I cannot believe that the table has turned like this. The table has turned. That Michael Scott line is going through my head now. I can't even tell if I executed that joke correctly or not.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
And going into this second half, it definitely puts us in pole position. So, happy about that. Now, the other thing that I want to quickly talk about is the reception that Chelsea player, or I should say former Chelsea player, Diego Costa, received by the home crowd. It was really touching to see. He's one of those players that gave us so much joy and happiness when he was knocking in goals for our team, and to see him kind of be substituted off and get like a lap of honour, that was quite amusing to see. And to see him get the cheers and see him sort of reciprocate it as well was really nice to see. So good on Diego Costa. Hopefully he does well for Wolves. But against Chelsea today, he didn't do anything. He had no impact at all, so that was good. Get it back out to Mount. To Havertz. Oh! He shot on his right foot and went to the goalkeeper's right. Probably should have shot on his left and gone to the goalkeeper's left. So the top right-hand corner. That probably would have been the better option. Let's whip this in again. Oh! It was a good delivery. Thiago Silva. I tried shooting there, but the momentum and his body positioning was not going to allow him to get a deadly shot away. And... oh, good save. I was just about to say Zaha has made an incredible run in behind, and he wasn't offside. Mendy stood tall there, being the brick wall that he so often is. And Kante is the absolute wrong person to have in that position. I don't know why this game feels the need to put him there defending there like that. And I don't know what the hell just happened there, but that was a terrible pass. Beautiful pass in. Oh, come on! I wanted to pass it towards the back stick where Sterling was making the run, but I absolutely overcooked the cross. Just like a turkey at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Whatever holiday that joke best suits. Not a very funny joke, clearly.
Could be problematic. Kovacic. Now with Chilwell. It should be.
Oh, you're kidding me, off the post. I was just about to line up
That's a poor effort.
a new flow of words to celebrate that Kai Havertz goal, but unfortunately he's not able to hit the target.
Coming up, it's Crystal Palace facing Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Oh, he's beaten me.
To beat him. Oh, it was there for him. Well, it's not a good finish, is it?
Oh my goodness. What an opportunity. He had to bury that.
Fofana. Mount. Conte has it.
Fine, Sterling, surely. Oh, come on.
And tremendous goalkeeping. Well, he just made it so difficult for the
Oh, why does that not ruffle against the back of the net?
problem.
Sterling, you gotta do better, man. I gave that the exact right positioning and power. And yet the keeper somehow got his fingertips to it. Let's whoop this in again.
Fired over the corner.
Oh, no one's there.
To get it away.
Oh, I'm in trouble. If he gets past, just commit a foul, someone.
He's in here.
Oh, Zaha makes a terrible pass. Yeah, let's take a foul.
And the referee has a
No advantage. Let's reset. Now, something that I want to talk about specifically with regards to that Wolves game was also this man, Christian Pulisic. Oh, man, it's so hard to put into words my feelings about him. Like, he's just such a frustrating player, honestly, because he's so inconsistent, I feel like. Because I know he has talent. I know he has the ability to perform at the highest level. Oh, great pass in here. Can we get... Oh, man, again, such a terrible pass. I should have just gone him all the way. But Christian Pulisic, I feel like he's one of those players that isn't able to perform consistently at the highest level. He isn't able to be constantly elite. And he had a great shot in the first half that was parried away by Jose Sa, the goalkeeper. But I think everything else he did in the first half was pretty awful. And in the second half, he did get a goal. So, which is, again, why I have kind of mixed feelings. How am I not putting this game to bed already? That is a terrible miss, indeed. But, I don't know, Christian Pulisic, I feel like he's one of those players that we do need to move on from the club. We can't trust him to perform. Like, this was an opportunity for him to step up and show why he shouldn't be on the bench all the time. But instead, he gets a goal, which, in my opinion, isn't enough to, solidify a place in the team. But he just isn't able to impress me or the coaches, or I think many Chelsea fans, honestly. Like, in-game, I think he's pretty decent. Like, he can... Oh, if that went in, I was going to say do things amazing like that. But, I don't know, guys. I just don't think Christian Pulisic's got it to be a first-team Chelsea player. He's a good option off the bench, but I think his future at this club is definitely not long-lasting, that's for sure. Well, we're coming towards the end of this game, and we might get another opportunity here. Surely Mason Mount.
And foiled only by the crossbar. Full time then, the referee's whistle, and it's a win for Chelsea. That's the big headline, Stuart. Well, Derek, it was very...
Well, 2-1 is the final score. I am happy with the result. Not exactly in the fashion that it came about, because we should have been dominating this game on the field and on the score sheet, but it is what it is. Crystal Palace are not normally an easy team to bypass, but on this occasion we do get the job done and secure another 3 points in the English Premier League. Just one goal in it. Are you happy with today's performance? We gave ourselves something to hang on to. Definitely not one of our best performances that I've put up in the career mode, and I'm sure I'll put in many better games in the future, that's for sure. But so many great attacking opportunities that we just needed to put to bed, and unfortunately no one was making our Crystal Palace fall asleep, that's for sure. Was that a more difficult match than you were expecting? I think this is the best answer to go with because it's exactly what I've just been debriefing about. To be honest, maybe we made it hard for ourselves. The boys created plenty of chances to make the game. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't get to read the rest of it. But, yeah, we definitely should have scored more goals. You really turned things around. How? Is someone keeping track? I swear we get this question every single episode. And just like that, another episode of my FIFA 23 Chelsea Career Mode series has come to an end. As you can see here, our next game will be in the Premier League up against West Ham United. There is actually a considerable gap between that game against Crystal Palace and this game because we've got an international break now and the Champions League fixtures don't quite line up as well. And of course, the Premier League teams and match days don't line up with how it is in real life as well. So unfortunately, it's not going to work out as smoothly as I would like it to, but this is the format of the series, and hopefully you guys are with me on this journey throughout this whole entire season as we have some fun in career mode, as well as discuss the Chelsea team and everything that's happening with them in real life. So with this format, we will be continuing to follow along in real time, going along with each EPL match day, weekend to weekend, and even though we won't be playing necessarily the exact same team in-game as we are in real life, it'll still be a fun opportunity for us all to collaborate down in the comments below and really build the Chelsea and football community here on the Critic Kebab channel. And episodes will be typically either uploaded a couple days before the game in real life is played, or it'll be just like this episode where I'm recording it straight after full time and getting it out as soon as possible for you guys. So that's the sort of time frame that I'll be working with for this career mode series moving forward. But the best way to know when the videos do go live on the channel is just be subscribed, have the notification button turned on, and of course the way that you can communicate to me if you are enjoying this content is smash that like button. I of course really much so appreciate it. I've said it so many times before, but I'll say it again. Thanks so much for watching. And I can't wait to continue this series and hopefully gain some success and build the momentum moving forward throughout this season. Happy with the win in real life and happy with the win in game. Come on, you Blues.